Hi, my name is Shannon Gillespie, and I would like to tell you a little bit about my story with Bodyworks Health and Wellness and how I found out about this program and how it benefited me and some of the positive influences and some of the great things that I learned and would love to share with you about my story. I started out with Bodyworks Health and Wellness because I had lost a lot of hope in all dieting, all nutrition, because I wasn't able to find anything that worked for me. And my story starts back with infertility issues, and being able to lose the weight was something I struggled with. And I had went to my OB/GYN, and they had basically told me I would never be able to get pregnant without being on a ton of medications. And that was something that bothered me, and I didn't want to go that route without looking at other options, more natural options. And I knew that if I could just look into losing weight, that it might work for me. So I decided, I gave up on the OB/GYN for the time being, and it had been about a year before I had had my menstrual cycle. And it was a really long year of just losing hope in the doctors and losing hope in everything that I would ever be able to get there and ever be able to have a baby. And around that time, I had ran into a lady who had lost a lot of weight with Pearl and the Bodyworks Health and Wellness Center, and she had started telling me a little bit about it. And of course I questioned it and wondered if it was even something that could ever work for me, because I'd tried diet programs. And she said, just go and see her, just go and see her. That's all you need to do. So I decided that's what I would try. And at that point, my husband and I sat down and we said, what is worth it? Is it worth your health to second guess it? And this, if you try this, it's just one more door that you're opening to know that if it works or not. So of course it seemed expensive at the time being, and we went over our finances, and my husband said, if it means taking out a loan for a car, you would do it. Why wouldn't you do it for yourself? And so we decided that we would do it. We would just jump in straight head first. And Pearl talked to me about different options and how to make it work in the budget. And she never pushed me. She was always very open and willing to just help me, and she would answer the phone anytime I called, and it didn't matter what time of day it was. She would answer my text messages. So at that point, it was simply just admitting that I was willing to take that step. When I decided to start with Pearl, it wasn't something that I felt would benefit me, because I thought that I had lost hope in myself, and Pearl instilled that hope in me. She made me believe that I could believe in myself, and it wasn't about me. I just had to say that I was going to believe in her, because at that point you lose faith in yourself because you've tried for so long and you weren't able to get there. So she kept telling me that I can do it. I wasn't a client to her. I wasn't another person walking in her door that she could make money off of. I was her child. I was the person that she said, we're going to make a baby. You're going to be pregnant by the time this is done. And sure enough, after not having a menstrual cycle for over a year, it was not even 4 weeks and I had started my menstrual cycle. And I remember texting her, telling her, and it wasn't, even the first couple weeks when I started losing the weight, I didn't expect her to text me. She said, text me anytime, let me know what's going on with you. I want to hear how your first week is going. And she actually reached out to me. It wasn't me reaching out to her all the time. She was so great with that. She was supportive. And before I knew it, I was coming in, I was losing the weight, I was feeling great, and I started believing in myself, not just that Pearl could help me. I was starting to believe that we were a team. She made me feel like we were a team and that I wasn't in it alone. And it made me feel that I could do it. And I think I started out at 300 pounds, or very close to it. And by the end I was weighing around 180, somewhere in there. And the results were phenomenal. I was close to being done, not too much further to go, and I found out I was pregnant. So we decided to kind of hold off on the dieting and just eat nutritional. And the best thing that I can say to whether you're struggling, whether you're not sure if this is the right program for you, is you don't know until you at least try. And it's worth your health, it's worth your spiritual well-being, your mental well-being, because I grew a better person from this experience.